the fox, and the crow. On the edge of a quiet European woodland, there stood an old oak tree with a wide, sturdy branch that reached over a sunlit clearing. One crisp autumn morning, a glossy black crow swooped down from the sky, a large piece of golden cheese clasped tightly in her beak. She had stolen it from a farmer's window and wanted a safe place to enjoy her prize. The oak's branch seemed perfect. She perched there, wings folded, proud and alert, the cheese shining like butter against her dark feathers. Not far away, among the ferns and fallen leaves, prowled a fox. His fur was a rich red-brown tipped with white, his tail a great brush, and his amber eyes bright with cunning. He had been hunting since dawn, but found nothing to eat. As he padded silently through the clearing, his nose caught the scent of cheese. He looked up and saw the crow high above, her feathers gleaming, the cheese clamped firmly in her beak. The fox sat back on his haunches and thought, "If I demand it, she will only fly away. If I try to climb, she will escape. But if I can make her speak?" His eyes glimmered. He stepped into the open clearing and tilted his head as though in admiration. "What a magnificent bird!" he called up in a warm, friendly voice. "Your feathers are as black as polished jet, your wings strong and shining. Surely among all the birds of the forest there is none so beautiful as you." The crow blinked. She held the cheese tighter, but felt a thrill at his words. No one had ever called her beautiful before. The fox continued circling below. "I have heard of your beauty, but never your voice. If your song is as lovely as your plumage, then truly you must be queen of all birds. Please sing for me just one note, so I may tell the others I have heard the finest singer of the woods." The crow's heart swelled with pride. She shifted on the branch, lifted her head, and opened her beak to sing. At that moment, the golden cheese slipped and tumbled down through the air. The fox sprang forward, caught it neatly in his jaws, and danced back among the ferns. He laughed, his tail flicking. "Thank you, gracious lady." That was exactly the song I wished to hear. The crow gasped, realizing her mistake. Her stomach growled. She watched the fox trot away with her breakfast. Anger and shame burned in her chest. "How foolish I was," she murmured. "He wanted only my cheese, not my song." She fluffed her feathers and vowed never again to be swayed by flattery. The fox sat at the edge of the trees and ate the cheese slowly, each bite creamy and rich. He was pleased with his cleverness, but also a little ashamed of his trick. As he licked his muzzle, he thought, if only she had stayed silent, the cheese would still be hers. Words can be dangerous for both speaker and listener. From that day on, the crow became known as one of the wariest birds in the forest. When foxes came near, she kept her beak shut tight. And the fox, though still cunning, learned to admire skill and vigilance in others. The tale of the fox and the crow spread among the woodland creatures as a warning. Beware of flattery, for it may hide a hungry mouth. Thus, in the quiet forest, the oak tree still stood, its branch bare now, but echoing the memory of a glossy crow, a wily fox, and a piece of golden cheese, a story whispered on autumn winds about vanity, cunning, and the wisdom gained from a single mistake.